3D chess, 4D chess. Right?
Hey, Mama, can you get me some more marshmallows for my hot chocolate?
Are you drinking some tea to keep
I
you warm?
actually did have a hot chocolate tonight.
A hot toddy. Extra toddy, please.
Instead of coffee, then.
Makes my tummy feel good.
Listen, if he comes to Hackamania and acts tough, I'll happily exchange hands. I'm owner-operator, so no boss to call. But if he breaks down and cries, I'll probably fold like OJ. He is an old man.
Yeah, what he does is a glad hand.
Oh, you know, it's put bygones aside. Buy me a beer, we'll talk.
Good selection. Happy Valley Wrestling Crew, thank you again. We have junior high kids at the gym who wrecked his world in 30 seconds. When he was pretending to spar at Luke Slomo's gym, I actually called Luke and they thought he was retarded. Yeah, I believe that.
Who's Jim?
Luke Comos. Oh, uh-oh.
I'm getting the bomb.
Getting it again, yeah, you're
I'm getting the
spazzing out
bomb?
again.
Luke Homo?
Luke Como. Hey, you're starting to glitch there, buddy.
Yeah, it's I don't know what it is. The internet sucks. What can I do?
Yeah, it's the internet's fault, it's not you.
What can I do?
Neighbor's fucking with you, dude.
Yeah, he's chewing through the lines.
Looks like he just came, that's right.
Yeah, I am coming. I'm coming
If
for you.
Ashley keeps making John think she will fuck him if he goes to Hackamania, he will go.
True. Yeah, but he was not talking about Ashley. He was talking about somebody who can comp him, coming with him. Right? Isn't that what he said? He's coming with somebody that...
Bankroller. Somebody who
Right.
take care of his business because he's
A daddy. This guy needs daddies his whole life.
sugar daddy. Homeless Joe. Whatever the homeless roommate's coming with him.
Yeah, you're right. Turns out this homeless guy's connected up the wazoo and me.
He's a big oil man.
So this Queen Latifah cosplayer says he can see the future. Did you see that strike coming, Munson? Didn't think so. I foresee you taking your fat drunk ass to the blood bank for the free cookie. Do ta e.
Thank you, Jared. Sounded like my dad at the end. What's about?
Great week of shows, guys. Last night's show was a blast. John Strike came at the perfect time as he recycles yet another threat to fight. Fuck him.
Amen. Ghost Crusaders, where you been all my life?
Oh my god, Harrow Airy Brody. Long time no see. I true breezy ratry. How is Airy? Train with you. True Dre, no John, and I free and so good. I re tinkin. The Turner saw a big rainbow too, Dre. Okay, bri. Oh, and fuck you, Awa. Rest in shit to big dick gory Rita Persian monster.
What?
Wow.
Version. Oh, okay. I got it.
I'm going to Hackamania, shit wire. In fact, I'm leaving tomorrow to get the cheapest fare. I'm changing planes 89 times and crisscrossing the globe.
It sounds like a simple trip. Is he bringing the cats if he comes to the
Cat.
Oh, well, we don't even know if there's
Good
one
morning.
I think there
Good
might be
morning, President.
I think they both went bri, if you know what I mean.
Might be.
Let's go, folks. Hit like, hit subscribe. We got 1,400 plus in here. All that good stuff. Turn on accept gifted memberships. They've been so fucking generous tonight. Make sure you thank the people that are gifting you these memberships. And thanks for being here. Shout out to everybody on Rumble, too. Thank you.
What do you say, Toaster? Come on, bruh.
Why did he have this background up? That's weird.
Let's play. Let's play.
He's at the bar I work at. Looks like my TGI Fridays.
It was clear the cabbie fight was the best day of his life. He just wants to relive it every day. Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
it's
I
one of
would
the
agree with
best
that.
moments of his life was winning that boxing.
It was a great moment. It was a great event. It it lived up to the hype. Yeah, it was a stage fight, but whatever. It was a fun event.
It was fun. He was on the Howard Stern show. His wife was cheering him on.
What's up?
Yeah,
You got to show off. Pretend to
That'd
be
be
morning.
great.
Pretend
But
to
why
be
not
confident.
build? But why not build off of that?
That was
You
his
know?
poke. That was his poke high moment.
Mhm.
Right.
Yeah.
Should be fun, right? Little exercise. Little exercise in Vegas.
Yeah, we'll make sure the ring's at a 15% incline.
What do you say? You ain't gonna do it.
Well, I think about it this way. Most of the shittiest people in the world are rich, so who wants to be rich? Not me.
He's contractually obligated to be there. You have to show
What's up? Where am I from? Portland, Oregon.
up.
Right.
It's on you, not on him. He will.
Looking out the window right now, got like a zombie guy bent over. Got like a homeless person with a fucking dragging a tarp around. Wild shit outside.
He'll be there.
I guarantee you're not gonna do it. Cause you big puss boy.
Which,
You're-
by the way, let's just point out whenever he says this, pussy boy means a boy with a pussy.
It's unreal.
Yeah.
It's unreal that this guy just yelled. I mean, it's unfucking believable.
You're trashing my pussy boy.
Yeah, and it's like you wonder why none of them speak to you.
Mm-hmm. Not even.
Oh, believe me. Being from New York,
New Yorkie.
On TV.
I'm a New Yorkie, new breed of Yorkie. They're
Hello, I'm from New Yorkie.
Hello, welcome to New Yorkie.
Hi.
General Custer.
New York.
That's what they call me.
believe me.
Watching
Being from New
the
York,
Uncle Rico show.
we can detect the pussy boy from a mile away. And
Boy with a pussy.
And we go, wait a minute, that's a pussy. Hey, I just detected a pussy boy.
Hey, look at that boy, got a pussy.
Right. To him, yes, being from New York automatically makes you tough. To him.
Right.
Right.
You
which
all
is,
want
which is such, and I mean, it's worse than elitist. You know, what would you call it? The loser.
Retarded.
Retarded.
Right.
Somebody has a
Stupid.
question. Somebody has a question. He says, did I stroke out back there, or did I hear Zenhauser say, a booze booze?
I was doing it in the vein of Joe.
Right. He's channeling some Joseph.
I'm big pussy boy. You and the potato, another pussy boy.
Yeah, boy with a
You
pussy.
big pussy boys.
Boy with a pussy.
Right. It's like I'm surrounded by pussy boys.
Yeah. You boy, I see
Now.
your pussy.
The umpers out there, let the games begin. Let's go!
There's a game. Alcoholism.
Right.
Fun to
I wish
play.
you guys, how much he's got to do. New Yorkie.
New Yorkie, New Yorkie.
Let the games begin with the cheapest equipment known to man. Bush Light. He just wants to piss on. Hey, you know what? Yeah, I'm sure he's not the only one in that line.
Oh. Whack-a-mania is gonna be fun.
He can't
He-
stop drinking. I just thought about something. He can't stop drinking. Like, how is he going to train for
Get to
this
some
fight?
super chats on.
He can't train. He's not going to train because he's not going, and there's not going to be anything.
In his head, he's in peak shape.
Correct. Like who? In his mind, this is what winning looks like. Correct. I'm Hugon.
The last day of January. Tuesday.
Fact, there are 2 boxers from Australia going to Hackamania. Well, let's set them up in a ring. That sounds more entertaining than this shit.
I was doing some stretches, so I pushed the chair over there so there'd be more space.
The Colorado's strong,
Oh, God.
and you're gonna get a whipping. In the ring, boxing ring, YouTube terms of service, which is an Olympic sport.
Yeah, Olympic sport. That worked out well for you. Good thing you explained it to YouTube's terms of service. Who he thinks is a person. That might be the first mistake you made during all this.
So I did go to the gym today. Let me tell you a little bit about my day today.
This would be fascinating.
I can't wait to hear how awful this is.
You remember? I don't really care. I mean, I do.
I knew he was going to do that too.
Silent Mike
Uh-oh.
is saying, "Oh, John, I'll put up all my jokes. I sat in the Jackie chair. Show." And he's like, "Show, you're not in the Writers Guild anymore.
You're not. Show your
You
card.
don't get any pensions. They bought you out."
I didn't say that.
Yeah, nobody here said that.
No.
Oh, Nelson. Too tough for you, that one?
Silent Mike,
Yeah.
you know nothing about how the Writers Guild works.
Or the Roddy's Guild.
Or the Roddy Piper's Guild.
Oh, yeah, sure. Oh, yeah. He's part of the guild, you know. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Ninja
Oh,
Turtle.
yeah. Oh. Oh, let me tell you about his pension, huh?
We never heard of it.
Why did you kill?
Okay.
You want?
Oh, yeah, Mike is the best at hitting a nerve.
Kill some Cinnamon Toast Crunch. Hell yeah.
Aren't talented enough.
That's true.
And then you're trying to say, "Oh, he's going to show me all of his he sat in the Jackie chair.
I did.
He's writing. Show me one pay stub from Sirius. I'd love to see it." Dues
I don't
payer.
think I had any.
He's paid under the table.
No, I was there. I got the checks. Shuli can back me up. John,
No,
ask
nobody
your
got paid.
friends. Call Gary. You're friends with
Right.
Gary. Gary's the one who hired me. He's the one who called me and asked if I would
Call
do it.
Will. Call Jason.
Will and Jason, yeah.
Yeah.
Anybody. Call your buddies out there. Don't worry.
John, we're not you. We don't need to make things up.
I'm in Portland right now.
Up.
Yeah.
And if you were so good, why aren't you a writer there, Silent Mike?
Why aren't you a writer anywhere, John? Anywhere. You went from the greatest radio show of all time to the most known talk show, late night talk show of all time, and you're doing nothing. You're going, "Jerry, I want to do a Connacht thing. Can you write something for it?"
Just doing a little stretching and stuff. Getting the blood flowing, all that.
Oof.
Mike's writing bits right now. What are you talking
All
about?
right, listen, I'm just gonna do this once. I actually went through all the shit. Here's the stuff I've gotten paid to write.
Go ahead.
So, roast wise, we did
Oh.
Ralph and Ronnie. I didn't
Oh.
get paid for Ralph or Ronnie. That was the first.
I'll
Once
be
I-
John. I'll be John.
Oh. Then once I did that, then they started paying me. I did the Daniel Carver roast, the Artie Lang roast there, the Andy Dick roast. That's where I met Lisa. Then I started working for her. Did the Comedy Central roast of Flava Flav, the Friars Club roast of Pat Cooper, Friars Club Matt Lauer, Friars Club Gary Delabate, Ring roast #1, Iron Sheik. Roast of Gene Simmons for A&E, the Comedy Central roast of Larry the Cable Guy, the Comedy Central roast of David Hasselhoff, Comedy Central roast Donald Trump, Friars Club roast Betty White, Friars Club roast
No, I'm in Portland, Oregon.
Dennis Rodman, Friars Jack Black, Friars Club Vincent Pastore, Friars Club Papa Lakshmi, the Tuna roast of Bill Parcells,
Dirty pussy.
yes, the NJ Pack roast of Brendan Byrne, Friars Club roast of Boomer Esiason, and Friars Club roast of Terry Bradshaw, roast of James Carville at the Kennedy Center, Brooklyn College Foundation roast of Don Buchwald, Friars Club roast of Gloria Allred, the Los Angeles political roast I've been doing from 2018 all the way to this year, Comedy Central roast of Alec Baldwin on on that was a Netflix.
Did you say Trump? Did you say
Yeah, I
Trump?
did the Trump roast. Yeah.
Yeah. Why didn't you do this when I went to take a piss? I got taken a dump. I mean, this is quite the resume.
Roast of Whitney Cummings, that was on OnlyFans TV, the same one Bert Kreischer, OnlyFans TV. Roast of WrestleMania on Netflix. Those are just the roasts. Then I did a bunch of stuff for Lisa with HBO and VH1. I won't go through them all. But then there was also, I wrote for Playboy and Mad Magazine. That's some bad.
Well, Mike, show me the show me the pay stubs for all of those gigs, Mike, and we'll.
Here's that. Hold on a second.
Oh shit! Mad Magazine.
Mad Magazine. You always wished you were in there, right, John? Or you
Oh my God!
Yeah.
Judy's stuck to the sheets right now. Are you kidding me?
That's me right there. That's my name.
Oh my
there.
God! I'm so horny.
I'm so a long time. There, I did that. One page I did there. There's another.
Oh God!
There's one. These are just a few. There's a bunch.
We get it.
No, John wanted to know.
Yeah, he wanted to know. Inquiring idiots want to know.
Yeah, there's one.
Mike is here to explain.
Yeah, that was this one. 2-pager there. That was a nice one. We got here's one with Kanye on the cover. You talking about that one?
Oh shit!
Yeah, Godzilla. Like I wrote that when Hermanea drew it. And then we got the crack. We got other ones. We should love them. But listen, the point being, John, I've written more shit this week than you've. I'm writing for a roast right now. That's due. It's going to be going on in 2 weeks. Than you have in the last 10 years, 20 years, I'll say, 20 years, 30 years. So, listen, John, they didn't all pay as much as your stepping into shit gigs did, but I actually wrote, and I've been writing full time every day for 40 years. That's what a writer does. A writer writes, John. A writer writes. Yes, a writer. No matter talk about writing, he's going to be doing.
Right. No matter how dumb it may be what he's writing, a writer writes. Case in point.
On his shoes he drew. In his pants he's crapping. His spit is spraying. So let's start playing. Sure it happened.
So it's a little game I came up with. I watched. I took pictures of John every day in January. What shirt did he wear the most? Do you have the graphic with all the? I only took mine. These are the ones he wore the most. There's number 1, dumb pro football arm wrestling. 2, stain hiding basic black. 3, just do it pink. 4, cheesy New York tourist. 5, hypocritical hypocrisy police. 6, saggy SAG-AFTRA. 7, glory days stolen Tonight Show swag. 8, bitch tits blue. And 9, piece of tattered and faded cloth that used to be a shirt. So which did he wear?
This is great.
And,
yes.
Take your. And at first I thought those were brown. His lighting is so bad, or those black shirts are so faded. I think they're black shirts, number 2. But they look like shit brown. But
They are black. Yeah, you're right. And they are faded to hell. Okay. Who wants to go first? Zane, you want me to go first? You go first. January. I want to say.
That's my job, bro.
I'm going to go. My first thought was pink, just do it pink. But I think I'm going to go with number 5.
Okay.
Hypocrisy police.
That's a good guess.
What do you
Solid.
think?
I like Stacey Allen's guess. She says 2. I'm gonna say number 2. The stain hiding basic black. Can't go wrong with
That's a
that.
good pick too. Discount? You want to pick?
Absolutely. I think it's got to be number 9. Piece of tattered and faded cloth that used to be a shirt.
All of these are great picks.
That's a classic.
Do you want to? Do you know the answer? Can you play?
I don't know the answer. I actually am going to go with Andy. I'm really hoping it's that old, faded Stuttering John t-shirt.
Okay, then let's pick somebody from the audience. Thomas J., you're picking number 1.
What's up, broke? Color? Broke's color?
Pro wrestling. Pro. All right. Let's get to our answer.
And the winner is the Stain Hiding Basic Black. You got it, Sean.
Wow.
I read
I
that
did
six
one.
times. 6 times.
Yeah. Yeah, I didn't pick black. I picked Hypocrisy Police.
Oh,
Zen's
oh,
right.
you did Zen. You did. I'm sorry. Yeah, Zen.
Yeah.
Pink was number 2. He wore the Just Do It pink 3 times. The Bitch Tit Blue was 3 times. Saggy Sag After was
bite
3.
your biceps.
Then he had a black shirt that was a V-neck twice, but I didn't know if it was just the regular black ones, the collars.
Yeah.
Then Cheesy New
gonna
York
go with
Taurus was
probably
twice,
that.
for football arm wrestling twice, and then it was all the rest were ones. The sarcastic comment loading. I stand with Ukraine.
What's funny about
Hank the Angry Drunk Dwarf, which he wore backwards, which was great.
What's great about the New York tourist one is he got that for Christmas, and he must have lost it because he's only worn it twice since Christmas.
So yeah, all the rest of the ones that he wore.
I grew up reading Mike's contributions to the Laughter is the Best Medicine section of the Reader's Digest. It was wholesome, yet still somehow unabashedly homoerotic.
I did say something.
He left that one off the
Yeah, I
list.
forgot about that one.
Yeah. Thank you for Shirt Happens, John. And bye.
On his shoes he drew. In his pants he's crapping. His spit is spraying. So let's start praying. Sure it happened.
Thank you. Fantastic.
Gravity.
And that's what Mike does on an afterthought. Imagine if you really put some work into it.
Yeah.
I know.
It's crazy. I mean, that's scary. Mike's scared.
I don't know,
I
man.
never
That's
have to
above my
ask
pay
Mike to do
grade.
anything. I have to ask him to scale back sometimes, but never need to put in a request.
They got
Yeah.
the bronze Buddha.
John knows pussy boys so well he spawned a pussy boy. That's a fact, Jack.
Wow. Rob and John clearly broke up.
Okay.
What? It's all we know, dude. It's all we know, bro. What do you want? Let's go.
Sal is, Richard is, Derek is.
Richard.
Where are you? What happened? Will is. Jason is.
Jason
Where are
is.
you?
Where are you?
What happened?
Right, right.
Doing
Why
this
aren't
shit.
you anywhere?
I told you so.
Just chilling, live streaming. What about you, man?
Super uber luba duba talented.
Whoa, what? Huh?
Jason is. Where are you?
I saw you were super lubed up talented.
What happened? I told you so. Super uber luba duba talented.
Can't beat that kind of rating.
No.
What happened?
How do you spell uba luba duba, guys? I just came up with a bit.
I graduated Oopa Super Loopa Doopa from Brownie at my college.
My birthday's on the 21st of February. But keep you guessing.
I mean, if you were so fucking unbelievably talented,
You
why
won.
did they offer you a job? I'll wait.
I had a job there. They didn't offer it to me. They didn't. I took it.
Right.
Why didn't they offer it to you again?
Why didn't they make you the host of the show, Mike, if you're so good?
Why didn't let them
come back and hire you as an announcer?
Because you're not that talented.
Hey,
And then you go, oh, and I'm writing for somebody, but I signed an NDA and I can't release who I'm writing for.
John's never met an NDA he won't break. Smart.
Silent Mike.
See, John, if you were in the business of writing for people, you would understand that that's a very common thing.
Yeah.
When you're hired to write for somebody, they don't want you necessarily going around saying that you're writing for them.
Right. Or taking credit for it. That's all the point.
Right. But he wouldn't know that. He's never done it. So.
You're embarrassing yourself.
He
You
takes
think of
credit.
yourself in a
he takes credit for other people's work. I don't know what they call that.
Right. Yeah, and technically John is writing, Hugon says. He's rewriting his right now.
Good point.
I'd say early 30s, but
You remember
Show me you've never done a day of manual labor in your life.
embarrassing?
You know when you dig?
It's like you're trying to get out of the tunnel.
Yeah. Like he's doing the twist.
Right, it's like an extra in the Tarzan movie. It's like,
I'm sorry, folks, but I wrote the Howard
Jeff's online tree. Howard, you see what I wrote?
What's up, Turbo?
16 years.
Take a
Okay, I don't pretend.
2 good ones.
I'm sorry. But
Okay, those are your 2 credits, and those are a little iffy, because Howard said you never really.
Well, not just Howard. Every single person there that wrote has said throughout the years that John wrote nothing, contributed nothing. They said that.
by you bragging that you're somehow some real talented writer is just
It hurts him so bad that Mike has more credits than him.
a pathetic embarrassment. You're embarrassing yourself.
But maybe
Right.
if he actually wanted to write, if he stayed late to write in the writer's room with everybody and to contribute and to stay for the meetings and to not just go home early and try to eke his way out of this life, then maybe he would have written stuff, but
Right.
he didn't. You don't. It takes time and it takes work.
I got news for you. Having worked there, and maybe I didn't work there in his time, but I can tell you the time that I was there, you didn't have to ask for permission to write something. You didn't have to, there's countless times where many people there had an idea, put it together, and then when it was done, approached and pitched it. And it's a much smarter way of doing something. Yeah, it takes up time, and if it doesn't go anywhere, well, you kind of wasted your time. But if it does, now you're this guy that nobody has to sit down and instruct on what to do. They don't have to give you a task. Here you are working on, and based on how well you do, now you could be a guy that helps edit bits down the road that other people are making, or, you know, find, you know, set, record with laptop, whatever it may be. You want to throw as much wall at that wall and hope something sticks as possible. And this guy, all he cared about was being the first one out the door as soon as the shift ended. Last one in, first one out.
And I'm going to say he wasn't a writer because of this one fact that
Nah, stay away from all coins, crypto scams, all that.
it would have killed him. You would have been
Yeah.
like, fuck you, I'm not doing that. And you would have given up.
Right. Agree. Also, John, again, I got a lot of spec scripts that I wrote. You know, they didn't get picked up, but I got every writer
Hello, fat fan.
that plays it,
Good Monday to you.
pilots that I wrote for people. Show us some of yours. Again, just like the Tonight Show jokes. Show me yours, I'll show you mine.
Howard threw away all his stuff without reading it. Had he contributed something that was good, that wouldn't be the case. You know, and even a better selling point is you don't need to Howard to fall in love with your bit. You need somebody like Gary or Will or Jason to dig your bit, and then they pitch it for you. They sell it to Howard for you.
Never seen Landman, but I've been told that before. Also, light work. Don't burp. Oh, I'm sorry. I said excuse me, I think. Hot dogs. I like hot dogs.
Mm-hmm.
you're making yourself look sad.
You're making yourself look gay with that.
And then he goes,
I know. Hold that beer hold that Busch Light like a man, will you?
whoa, John, you know, I don't believe you. Show me a pay. So you don't want to do something like,
What are you gonna do?
I just got paid my pension, which I
Shot
get every
pussy?
month.
It's on the ceiling.
And I will.
But that's not writing.
Wait. What did he say?
He's gonna show his paycheck from his pension. That's not showing writing.
No, that's not bits. That's not writing. It's a pension for having a job.
Writing. Show things you've written. Show scripts. Show ideas. Show anything. Jokes. The Tonight Show jokes. Any stuff you have written. You save everything. If you did it, you have it. And you don't.
And even if he has a pension, which I don't necessarily believe, but let's say he does, he took it out in his 40s.
Yeah.
Even though it's a direct deposit. I will show, because
It's tea. Nice. Good taste, Kane.
it's deuced.
David brings up a good point.
Hello,
Taking the
Shadow.
pension means he's not planning on working in that field ever again.
Yeah.
Excellent point.
Yeah. Sorry.
I don't put sugar in my tea, but it's sweet enough for me. Yeah, I like comedy.
Right.
That's crazy.
Oh, I can take that.
He retires so young, like as a writer. You'd be writing your whole life.
Of course. Yeah, and you look in those court documents when he went through the thing with his wife, it's all these emails of him trying to get work everywhere and nobody helping him. Why? If you're so great at what you do and you're so good to people and you're such a kind-hearted guy, why aren't these people helping you? Why aren't these people...
And also, that's not the way you
Maple
do it.
Valley.
You have impact. You
Greetings,
have the stuff
Tom.
you've written, and you show it you have your
Yeah,
people show it to
like
them. You don't
Rick
say,
and
hey,
Morty
do you have any
Academy.
spots open?
Like, I've known comics throughout the years that I've vouched for
Well, if you want my cat, you gotta fight me for it.
and brought into Raw Dog to help them get their albums played on Sirius and get paid for that. And that's what you do for somebody that's
Excuse me.
good, that's capable of doing the job. You vouch for. He's got nobody that does that for him.
I'm still waiting for you to make that call for me, but whatever.
Sorry, you broke up there a little bit.
I said, hold on. I said,
Send the actual pay stub in the mail.
Already done. Yes, football. Make sure to wash your ass.
I'll have to make sure it doesn't dox any of my personal info. And I will
Show your card.
Happy
Show
birthday
your
to my
card.
mother.
right,
You know you get a pension.
Right.
Okay.
You are on the Tonight Show. You get a pension from that.
wait till
Where?
wait till the Stern show is over and we start having people from that show come on here. And I would love to hear the story, the actual real anecdotes that they can tell.
Yeah.
Deep.
Mike wrote for Amelia Earhart pilot.
That's not how you spell it. It's DISGUS.
And we all know how that ended. So, it wasn't on the list, but I do want to give the guy credit.
She literally didn't get picked up.
He wrote for Anne Frank. It was called "Don't Stomp," the new musical.
Keep It Down, the musical.
Oh, it looks more like
I mean, you are such a dumb fuck. So I'm like,
Roscoe
I get a
Roscoe.
pension from the Writers Guild for the rest of my fucking life.
Exactly. I will spell check
so
you.
3 more years?
That's a fact, Jack. I get a pension from SAG-AFTRA for the rest of my fucking life. That's a fact, Jack. You do not. Stop. Don't make the same mistake that Lady K makes, Shitwin makes, and
Don't worry, we're not
Stay away from meth, you wild animals.
buying property in Cape Coral. Nobody's going to make that mistake here.
apparently now you make. You're not an equal. He makes.
Well, I know that.
I mean, thank God for that. Can you please say that about me, please? Can I be next?
Yeah. If you said I was, that would be the biggest insult.
Oh, kiss of death right there. You and I are a lot alike, Michael.
No.
And don't get kicked in the head for your own good.
Oh, fuck me. He's rich. Bush fight. He's unbelievable. He's unbelievable.
Pinky thinks he's somehow an equal to me. He's not.
Oh, no, he's not.
He's not.
Brad used to be.
Nobody knows who fucking Pinky is.
He was in SAG-AFTRA. Doesn't matter. He's in SAG-AFTRA. He's been a writer. He has one. He's been on pilots.
John countless times in the past said the only person who has credit similar to mine is Pinky.
Right. No, he doesn't.
Right. I would say he has better credit than me. Comedy-wise, for sure.
And I hate having to brag
Yeah.
about all of this.
Yeah. Looks like you're really broken up about it. Yeah.
Not really, but I hate having to because you get like somebody trying to compare himself to me.
I'm better than you.
Right. He's
In
saying
every way,
he's
not just writing.
miles above you.
Cracky Balboa.
So much better than you in every way, shape, or form.
That's a good one.
That's what I'm saying.
10 inches on it.
Bro.
Right. If
What the fuck is Landman? Why does everyone keep saying that?
I thought I was good for you, I'd never make a fucking sound about it. I'd never bring it up ever.
Oh, you'd be excited.
Yeah, I'd be in rehab. I'd be without a family.
Yeah.
If I was anything like you.
Being equal to you is called rock bottom. We don't want.
It's so pathetic.
How much you get paid
all
for
the
this?
more sweeter when
I don't know. It depends how much you want to pay me for this. That's the beauty of it.
you win.
Let me just chug my next pen.
Okay, I'll have to look that character up. Throw phone in toilet. You first, man.
Pension.
Super Uba Luba Duba.
Thank you.
Yeah, I'll look it up. The sun only me.
Dues payer. Damn.
He's got a house by the ocean. That's nice.
Your pension must have just came in. We lost you a little bit
There
there.
it is. There it is. Hold on. I'll
Do you
probably
have
get
oceanfront property shit way up? I don't think so.
I don't think so.
I feel you.
Thank you, crackhead Bob.
I could see a resemblance. Tilda Swinton.
Oh, there's my pension.
Just get me back into it. Paul Savino, may you rest in peace. Paulie
Wait.
from Goodfellas.
The Bible tells us that God knows the forming of a sparrow and the depth of a pocket, and that is what I'm talking about.
The Bible tells us the dude needs us to dig deep down in your pockets, and that's what I'm talking about. Can I get an amen?
No, I'm just drinking tea right now.
Come on,
Yellowstone
brothers and
Cowboy
sisters,
Hat,
and put in
I'm
our
a retired
hands
ice hockey
what
player.
you
It's
would
never
put in
played
God's hands, and you will have the whole world in His hands.
The Bible tells us, dig down deep into your pockets and give the Duke what the Bible tells us.
Why does the preacher and the Duke of the future sound exactly the same?
The preacher of the future.
This fine, they called you an old alcohol.
It's over.
Like I haven't heard that before.
You hear it every
Thank
day.
you.
That's fine, just by your pops.
Gay.
What's that, buddy?
Maybe you should take a hint if you hear it every day.
Is that your hair now?
I paid no attention to something they tell me 17 times a day.
Buster and Milton.
You know what I
speaking of-
say? I say
Your
you're an
dad's gonna
alcoholic.
kick in
That's
the
what-
door.
I'm loving your glue.
That'd be kind of cool.
Ooh. That was before I did my heavy workout regime. But the Bible tells us,
Son,
Thou
to
shalt not
dig
break
Jordan there,
copyrighted
son.
material that thou shalt not own.
deep down in your pockets.
The Lord needs a 7-Eleven pizza from you tonight.
Let me improv the same line 22
Over
times.
and over again. Because I'm a writer, Mike.
The Duke fell
But
asleep
not
in Mama Celeste's pizza last night.
not a one, not even 120, you cheating motherfuckers.
That's right. I know he's got a pension.
Yeah. Have a heart-to-heart with him.
Not even a 20.
There's a cutie cat. Yeah.
It's because you have to be able to communicate with your audience telepathically. Watch, I didn't have to ask for anything. Watch. I'm thinking of a number, Chad.
I get that a lot, actually.
It's getting cold in my room.
There you go. Now watch.
I was so confused.
Pair of socks on.
I got the same build as you.
You need a pair of socks.
Yeah, please don't do your judo on the show.
I don't want to put on a third pair of socks.
Yeah, work on my stomach and my arms.
Yeah, that
Yeah,
always
work on
helps too.
everything, actually.
Doing something to earn it, John. That always helps.
Super Uber Luba Dubba.
You alright?
Blacks.
Wake
But
up.
the Bible tells us.
What?
Oh, no, now I got it. Hold on.
Line. What does the Bible tell us again?
But the Bible says,
Who have these
God.
Yo ma, yo ma. Yo ma, yo ma. Y'all fucking massive, bro. Don't even kill yourself.
Why is it a holy book? It's got no holes.
May you rest in
I'm
peace.
fucking
Why call it a Bible?
swole
It's coming
as
at you. Is it a
hell,
hello?
bro. Don't even play.
It's the Bible.
Keyboard warrior.
Rest in
I'm a
peace.
crush keyboard warrior.
Where's his pulsing news story? I'm sure he has one.
Right? I taught him how to cut the garlic with a razor, real thin.
Did you know his name, first name in Goodfellas, was the same as it is in real life?
Johnny didn't write much, but that's because Johnny didn't have to write for anybody.
It's nerd bashing
But the
time.
Bible.
Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah.
He almost vomited.
This is just 20 pounds.
The
Am I Jewish? I'm German, actually.
Bible.
Hey, go back. He looked you up. There it is.
Tell.
His neck looks like his neck looks like a frog during mating season. Blows up.
But the Bible tells. Oh,
What a mess.
the Bible.
Yeah. Uh-oh.
Mom
What?
says
Did I
I
do
gotta
that?
move.
I think I did that by accident.
We're
Sorry.
too big
hold on.
father.
I saw somebody.
Where am I moving to?
Oh, yeah. Still mistaking volume.
I'm actually
for
ready to
width.
move.
Amen.
Out of this spot. Hey man, I don't got too many other, it's honestly the best place to put the TV. But yeah, it's not the best. Yeah, I like metal. Shelter? What? Well, I guess the rent would be free there, huh? Might save a lot of money at the shelter.
But the Bible tells. Oh,
Maybe I need a crystal
the
globe.
Bible.
Bible. Bible.
I love sports.
Tells. I'm just down on the clip. See.
I'm secretly a Brit, yeah. Alright.
Do we keep repeating this? Or?
No, you're not going back, right? This is just hits
Good
you
God,
over
no.
and over again.
Au natural.
Tell me. Checks notes, but the Bible. I know exactly.
All right, cookies are done.
God.
He's tired from saying the Bible.
This is after going on a whole fucking diatribe about how he's a writer and Mike's not.
Free England.
Okay, hold on, ladies and gentlemen. The
Free
Duke will always
England.
deliver.
Save England. Absolutely a British man. Good governor. We're going to free England from the Islamic menace and the far left
John, you see how the
extremists.
sausage is made when it comes
That
to
we are.
Making sausage in his pants.
I'll just keep working on these.
Trump for UK Prime Minister. Might be a good move.
The Bible tells us.
Wow. All right, now we have to start. Will the next word be the Bible?
Yeah.
I like the bait you stole from Carson. Your car hacked the belligerent. You shop at Turban Outfitters. Oh, nice joke. For all who wants to know what the Looney Tune critic looks like,
Just look at his picture right there.
Yeah.
well, why should he be anonymous?
He's not.
It's a funny picture.
Oh! Ouch! Ouch! Whoa, what happened? Oh man! Oh boy! Oh boy! Oh boy! What happened?
True. MAGA.
But the Bible. The Bible.
Make Australia great.
Wow!
Oh, wow.
I just thought of something. You can't strike us because that episode doesn't exist anymore, right?
Right?
Oh, that's a good point, Julie. That's such a good point.
I mean, we can say the N-word on this one?
Oh my God! Wow, that was fantastic. Shout out to everybody out on Rumble and here and hanging out. Oh, this is the thing. Oh, Mars got me this clip of him talking about going to the mall for a gift for his mom.
Bob's gonna trash conventions. So, let me get this straight, Bob. So, it's not good. Let me try and get this logic. So, it's not good
United African Kingdom.
to meet the people
Hey, that might be the move.
that are your fans. That ain't good. I don't know.
United
I've been waiting
Africa.
online for a while. I think I
Yeah, why don't they unite Africa? Might be a move.
see Penny or Macy's at the Sunrise Mall to get a signed autograph from Chris Chandler from my mother. That's not good. So book
No, John,
signings
it's
aren't
not good.
No, right, and it's like, why was Chambliss? He makes it sound like he was there. And Chambliss approached him to sign a vault, right?
Yeah. Chambliss was making some money.
Right.
Good Bob.
Idiot. I just thought it was so weird that Chambliss is involved with him and his mom their whole lives. I just thought that was odd.
Can you sign who the fuck is Chris Chambliss?
Supertip.gg. We're gonna get to the rest of your super chats and super
thanks for
tips. And
stopping
thank
by.
you, everybody.
Like and subscribe
Mike
for more
also
content.
wrote haha history,
Like
so it's still
this.
Yeah, they're not all icons.
What are you gonna do?
I wrote Indians of the
With a
Navy.
motherfucking Motorhead shirt, Nichols?
The Motorhead shirt, yeah.
He only wore that once this month.
Him and the ants have been sharing it.
Mekalekahi, mekahiniho, mekalekahi, mekachaniho. Ade, dwe dambala. Give me the power, I beg of you. Smite the shit away here. Silent Mike and Law Cabin Larry. Shit in single white eyes. And fuck that ASEAN sounding Don Jameson. Begone, vile men. Begone from me.
Appreciate you.
Smite them, for I am John Melendez, smiter of men. ¿Me entiendes? Por favor, Papa Dios. Padre Smiter, make them suffering.
Make them suffering. Mook of the
Make
Dabbleverse.
them
When John
suffering.
tried to ad-lib, he sounds like a super tip written by a drunk dabbler. Silencio Mike. Wahapa. I thought you were super uber luba dupa. Pasel skull. Super uber luba duba.
Okay.
Fuck. Alright, let's get to
I
some
might conclude my exercise for now and then do a little more later.
these super chats here. SJ's only crowning fake achievement of his life was beating Cabby, which is why he's stuck in Arrested Development. That will again prove he has validation. It's why boxing ring is important. Interesting, yes.
Yeah, makes sense.
Sorry, Zen. Sorry, Zen can't give credits.
No, I don't. I don't give credit to anybody, especially Mike.
Listening to some old Stern show today, Drunky was so broke, he cleaned dog shit out of Howie's boots for $100. Shit boot Melendez. Scola! Hey, Mike. Shit
Hey,
spray.
man.
Shit spray, yeah.
How much for Mike to sign that Kanye Mad magazine for him? Cheeks wants to know.
How much, Mike?
I'll sign it for nothing.
There you go. Even I have to admit, it's refreshing just hearing someone's credits one time. Thanks, Mike. Thank you, Johnny.
Yeah, I mean, Trump's doing pretty good. And a lot of countries need to follow suit, do the same thing, get the immigration sorted.
Johnny credits. Check it in.
Too many
SAG
problems
membership
going.
in SAG and Writers Guild of America has nothing to do with talent. It's a requirement for the shows he worked on, even if he never wrote anything for them, which I believe is
Shit,
what
way
it is.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe Mike should have wrote for the hat.
Alright, let me see what else is on TV.
Discover Boise Center, a boutique convention center ideal for
General
conferences,
Custer?
meetings, and more.
Yeah, I might do a General Custer cosplay, like, sometime. I'm doing good, bro. What mystery we solving today? The mystery of the common low IQ individual. Can we figure that one out?
Every artist wants, almost as much as Trump wants Greenland. Which makes sense. I mean, because Epstein's island is gone, he needs a new one to hang out with Bill Clinton, so...
No, I mean, I used to have a PS2. PS2 for life, baby.
Oh, I told you it's my last year.
Well, that was probably a big mistake. To say that, to get up here in front of millions of people on primetime TV and talk about Donald Trump visiting Epstein's island, that was probably a massive mistake. In fact, that was a massive mistake, and I'm going to explain why here in a moment. We have a statement from President Trump. I think you're going to like what President Trump had to say. But before we get to President Trump's statement, his response, Why don't we go ahead and see what some of these other
No one is
Why don't we go ahead and see what some of these other celebrities had to say at the Grammys last night? This is Billie Eilish. She's, I guess, a teenage heartthrob.
Yeah,
I
it's
don't
a
know, I'm a
cat.
little bit too old for some of this music that's popular these days, but she is one of the big
It's actually Scooby-Doo. I turned him into a dog, so it's a cat now.
pop stars. Take a listen.
No one is illegal on stolen land. And yeah, it's just really hard to know what to say and what to do right now. And I feel really hopeful in this room, and I feel like we just need to keep fighting and speaking up and protesting, and our voices really do matter, and people matter, and
Check my cock.
I say sorry.
So when they muted her right there, they muted her microphone. What did she say? She said, and
Yeah, PS2 Slim was like the best one. What's up, JoJo?
F ice. And F ice. She used a little bit of an expletive there. And so that's why they muted. So she got up there and said, F ice, nobody is illegal on stolen land. Now, by the way, I did some research, some background information into Miss Billie Eilish here, who is just super cool. Look at her. Wow. What a cool cat. Billie Eilish here lives in a $14 million
Which rights are those? I forgot.
mansion in a gated community in Los Angeles in the Hollywood Hills. $14 million mansion. Gated community, Los Angeles. And considering that no one is illegal on stolen land, I suppose what that means is that all of us ought to be allowed to go.
I'm in Portland. I used to live near Seattle.
Walk into her house, walk on in the front door, eat the food out of her refrigerator, sit down on the couch, kick our feet up on the couch, on her $10,000 designer couch, and take a nap and just relax. Why not? Hey, nobody is illegal on stolen land. $14 million, zero IQ. Yeah, seems to be the case. Now, we have another one here, folks. This is Bad Bunny. He's a Puerto Rican.
Okay.
He's from Puerto Rico. Let's see what he had to say.
Before I say
It's okay, but it has a lot of
Thanks to
persistent
God.
problems. And I feel like the persistent problems are getting worse here, and not better. Oh, shit.
I'm gonna say eyes out.
These people are like a bunch of stupid seals. They're sitting here seal clapping. Ladies and gentlemen, ice out.
Oh, not the
These
bomb.
people are so stupid.
No, it was this table has like this drawer that pulls out, and it's coming loose. So, you know, I have to either fix it. Well, I kind of fixed it temporarily, but anyways, never mind.
These, and by the way, these are the rich and famous.
Have you heard of land acknowledgement? No. What's that? No, I didn't drop the bomb. My Q-bomb will destroy your Charizard. That's cool. I like Q-bomb. Charizard is not my favorite. I like Mewtwo the best. He's over there. Bad Bunny, the clown. I can't wait for him to get arrested and deported back to Puerto Rico. This is Napoleon's brother. Who? Daniel Bryan. Is that you? Who's Daniel Bryan? Is that another person I have to look up? Alright, I'll look up Daniel Bryan. from the WWE. Puerto Ricans are American.
Famous. These people are millionaires. Some of them perhaps even billionaires. They are the elite.
Maybe if I was buffer, I'd look like Daniel Bryan.
They're the elite.
No, that's Bryan Danielson. Who's Daniel Bryan? Oh. It says Bryan Danielson.
They think they know best.
What's up, Puff Daddy's Juice? Kind of odd name, bro.
And they're sitting here like a bunch of trained seals clapping like they're at SeaWorld.
Seamus.
It really is just astounding. It really is depressing. It really is. Now, by the way, Bad Bunny, a little bit of a background. He is a homosexual Puerto Rican man who thinks that we shouldn't have borders. He's gone on public record. He is anti-border. ICE out, he says here.
Y'all support this guy?
At the Grammys. Oh, and by the way, he is set to perform at the Super Bowl halftime show next weekend. A week from now, who here is planning on watching the Super Bowl at the halftime show? He's going to be up there dancing and singing around.
Appreciate you, bros. Thank you. Yeah, I've actually never heard Bad Bunny's music, so I don't know.
Spanish, I don't know. I can't name a single one of his songs. I suppose he's winning Grammys, I guess.
I'm gonna watch the Super Bowl, but you know, well, I'm gonna try to.
They must be super good. He's going to be at the halftime show. What are the odds you think he hijacks that opportunity as well in order to spread some anti-Trump, anti-ICE, anti-American message? He just did it here. He's been doing it his entire career. He just did it here on the Grammy stage. What do you think the odds are he does this type of stunt again at the Super Bowl? Yeah, I would suppose so. I would suppose so. I think that's time to turn off the TV. I remember reading that TPUSA, God bless.
Yeah, I get that a lot, Dylan. Shaggy's cool.
Then TPUSA is going to be doing their own halftime show. They're saying, hey, listen, I know everybody wants to watch the game, but come halftime, flip off the TV or change the channel, tune into TPUSA, I guess. They're doing their own halftime show with, you know, Christian rock and whatever else. I don't know who they have doing the thing, but maybe that's a better alternative. Maybe that's what we should all do instead. Good Lord, have mercy. We have another one here. Honestly, I actually don't know who this person is. This clip is going viral. I guess this person is famous. I don't know who they are. I don't know. They look like a trashy, I don't know. They have, I see a little pin here on her breast.
Mango turmeric tea.
That says, ice out. Ice out is what that says. I'm sure she has something genius to add to the conversation with the national dialogue.
I really wanted to say fuck ICE, but I think they needed some coof on the carpet or something. I'm a little couthless, ruthless. But I think everybody we're too powerful of a group to all be in the room at the same time and not make some kind of statement in our country.
We'd like to think of our road as a pursuit.
We're too powerful of a group.
And the further we go, the more we realize that a better tomorrow starts with a better today. Not alcoholic beer that's fit for all times.
Yes.
So powerful.
Sorry, I really shouldn't do accents. I'm going to get in trouble. Somebody's going to say, Matt Morris, you are a racist. I'm sorry, lo siento. I'm okay. I'm sorry. My bad. I don't know. Okay, I really should stop doing that because somebody is going to call me a racist. My bad. But anyway, it's just brainless to write. She might be the one with that brain. Now,
does not have
really, let's talk about Trevor Noah here for a minute because he got up here. I want to play one more time. Let's hear what Trevor Noah said again because now we're going to get to President Trump's response. One more time, Trevor Noah.
Song of the Year. Congratulations, Billie Eilish. Wow. That is a Grammy that every artist wants, almost as much as Trump wants Greenland. Which makes sense. I mean, because Epstein's island is gone, he needs a new one to hang out with Bill Clinton. So, I told you it's my last year.
So he's accusing President Trump of going to Epstein's island. That's what he's doing.
So that's what he might get sued over?
President Trump was not happy about that. I think understandably so, justifiably so. President Trump took to Truth Social late last night and he said, and I quote, The Grammy Awards are the worst. Virtually unwatchable, true. CBS is lucky not to have this garbage litter their airwaves any longer. The host, Trevor Noah, whoever he may be, is almost as bad as Jimmy Kimmel at the Low Ratings Academy Awards. Noah said incorrectly about me that Donald Trump and Bill Clinton spent time together on Epstein Island. Wrong. And I can't speak for Bill, but I have never been to Epstein Island, nor anywhere close, and until tonight's false and defamatory statement, have never been accused of being there, not even by the fake news media. Noah, a total loser, better get his facts straight and get them straight fast.
True.
It looks like I'll be sending my lawyers to sue his poor,
That's facts.
pathetic, talentless dope of an MC and suing him for plenty of money. Ask little George Slopadopoulos and others how all of that works out.
USA is owned by
Also
the Crown
ask
Corporation of
CBS.
England still.
Get ready, Noah.
Damn.
I'm going to be having some fun with you, President Donald J. Trump. Now, as you might remember, Trevor Noah, he actually took over The Daily Show. His claim to fame was on Jon Stewart's Daily Show. He was a side guest or a frequent guest on The Daily Show when Jon Stewart was the host back in the 2010s. And then when Jon Stewart retired in, 2016, Trevor Noah took over. Trevor Noah ran that show into the ground. You know, I'm not a big fan of Jon Stewart, but when Jon Stewart was the host, it had decent ratings, I guess. At least some people liked it. When Trevor Noah took over, that show cratered out. Everybody stopped watching it. It went to hell. So Trevor Noah's got a pretty bad history. He's supposed to be a comedian. I think he's not that funny. I don't think anybody thinks he's funny. Also, a little bit of a interesting background here. Trevor Noah, this is where things get interesting, folks.
Yeah, I agree.
Trevor Noah is not a U.S. citizen. Trevor Noah is an immigrant from South Africa. He is not a citizen. He's on a visa, presumably a work visa. He's working in the U.S. He made all of his millions of dollars in our country after immigrating here. He owes all of his success, all of his money and wealth and fame and influence to our country. Couldn't have done it without us, without this nation that gave him everything. But then he has the audacity to baselessly lie about our president, effectively calling him a child sex predator, in front of millions of people while hosting the Grammys. And so here's what I'm thinking, ladies and gentlemen. We already know that President Trump is going to be filing a lawsuit.
Well, it's good that ICE is going to the Super Bowl because ICE, or the Super Bowl, is like the leading, it's like the #1 sex trafficking event of the year. So that's why ICE is going to be there at the Super Bowl, for some people who didn't know that.
Worth a lot of money. And President Trump, he's a little bit litigious. Good for him. God bless him. Listen, we should not allow these left-wing pundits, talking heads, outlets, mainstream media channels, CBS. We cannot let these channels just get away, or these people get away and say whatever they want. If they're lying, if they are engaging in libel, defamation, etc., shut them down, file the lawsuit. I totally endorse this lawsuit. Also, I endorse, let's go a little bit further here. It's not enough to file a lawsuit here, libel, defamation, whatever it may be. Let's go a little bit further. I think that President Trump here should revoke this guy's visa. He's not a citizen. He's not a citizen. He's here on a visa. We can, the U.S. State Department, that's under Trump's leadership, really, I believe Marco Rubio's leadership, we can revoke this guy's visa and send his ass back to South Africa faster than you know what. I don't even know what. And I think we should do it. Listen, if you are an immigrant to this country, you came over here in pursuit of a better life, better living conditions, more economic opportunity, a better life, the pursuit of the American dream. If you come over here and you make it, and you thrive. Not only do you survive, you thrive. You make millions of dollars, you become a millionaire talk show host, you're hosting the Grammys 2 decades later, whatever. And then you repay that country that has given you every...
wonder what it's like to go to Yale? Find out this summer.
Yale? What the fuck?
Lying, calling the democratically elected president of this country a child sex predator, lying on his good name. I'm sorry, folks, pardon my language. If you have children in the room, you know, I'm not going to say it. F you. I was going to go all out. F you. F you. Okay? French toast, you.
French toast.
The lack of gratitude. It is disgusting. Deport his ass back to the third world hellhole he came from. Get him out of here.
Hey man, French
That's
toast
my opinion.
you.
Now, we also have some other news here today, ladies and gentlemen.
French toast you.
Ladies and gentlemen, today the Democrats just got what can only be characterized as nightmare news. And ironically, they got this nightmare news.
Gotta support ICE or you're supporting child predators. It's that simple, bro.
It's from none other than CNN, the left-wing network, left-wing mainstream media network.
Simple,
you see,
bro.
as it would turn out, I kid you not when I say this, the Democrats, they are quite literally on the cusp of losing pretty much everything. So we have a pretty interesting report to take a look at here from CNN, but then we're going to talk about, and this is what is perhaps more interesting about this entire story, we're going to talk about the Democrats' response to this catastrophic report brought to us by CNN, because if you ask me, that's actually what is the most interesting thing about this entire dynamic. You see, the Democrats have taken up a new battle, a new rhetorical battle, really a new legal battle, arguing that, and this is insane, but this is what they are saying now, arguing that none of Joe Biden's illegal aliens, none of them are technically illegal, that in fact they are all actually asylum seekers, meaning therefore that none of them can be deported. We all know that some 25 million illegal aliens came in the country during Joe Biden's presidency illegally. Well, now the Democrats are saying, wait a minute, no. They didn't come in the country illegally. They were all asylum seekers, which means it's illegal. What actually is illegal is to try to deport them. That is where they are going now. However, Stephen Miller stepped in this morning to try to nip this incompetent narrative in the bud this morning, and he pretty much torched their entire argument. So we're going to take a look at that in just a moment. But first, let's take a look at this nightmare news that the Democrats got earlier this morning to really put all of this into context. Ladies and gentlemen, I know this is from CNN, but I think you are going to like this.
Trends that really should set off a flashing red siren to Democrats nationwide while bringing a big smile to the faces of Republicans nationwide. Why do I say that? Because take a look at the big population gainers versus the last census back in 2020. According to the latest population estimates that take into account the population mid-2025, look at this. The biggest population growth this decade, all 5 of the states that Donald John Trump won in 2024. Texas, Florida, North Carolina, Georgia, and of course the great state of Arizona where
Real quick, why does population growth matter? Population growth matters because it is the population of every individual state that determines how many electoral college votes a state gets come presidential election season, also how many congressional House seats a state gets. It all comes down to population. Curious.
I spent my New Year's Eve. I love those folks out in Prescott, Arizona. These were the biggest gainers in terms of population compared to the 2020 census. Now, it's not just a red state boom. This is what we're looking at. We're looking at a red state boom here, but it is not just a red state boom. We're also looking at what I would dare call a blue state depression, because who are the people? Who and where are the people moving from into the red states? Well, they're blue states. They're blue states. Take a look here. The lowest domestic net migration this decade. All 5 of the states that were won by Kamala Harris in 2024.
Ladies and gentlemen, as we've said before, there has been for years now, a mass exodus of Americans moving out of blue states into red states. And here's the great thing about this. Generally speaking, it's not radically progressives. It's not Democrat voting Americans that are leaving blue states. They're happy in their blue states. Democrats love being in California, I guess. It's a lot of the common sense conservative Americans that were living under the boot and thumb in the blue states, and now they're saying, I've had enough of my state going to hell. I'm going to a red state. And I can speak to that because that's my personal story. I grew up in Oregon. I lived in Oregon until I was 26. I'm 32 now. I've always been conservative. I lived in Oregon. Oregon is a blue state. I moved up to Washington. I tried it out. Washington was even more radically progressive. I said, all right, listen, I'm trying to raise a family. I want to get married. I'm having kids. I want to buy a house. I want a good life for my family. I'm getting the hell out of these blue states. I'm moving to a red state. And I did that, and now I live in a red state. And I think a lot of Americans across the country have done exactly what I have done. This is doomsday for the left. There's a mass exodus.
Or look at this. California, Harris's home state. New York, where I'm coming from right now, of course. Illinois, New Jersey, and of course the great Commonwealth of Massachusetts, which is a bastion of blue liberalism. These are the states that folks in the United States are moving away from and into the red states, which is propelling a red state boom. Now, this is interesting, right? But it could also have major political ramifications if it holds for 2030, the next census. Because take a look here. If in fact the 2025 population shifts hold for the 2030 census, look at this. Look at the House seat shifts by state. Remember, of course, we apportion the number of House seats depending on the population in each state. If in fact the 2025 population shifts holds for 2030, states that Kamala Harris won, they would lose 7 seats in the United States House of Representatives. The states that Donald Trump won in 2024, they would gain 7 seats.
And I love that he puts it this way, because it's not just a 7-point margin. It's -7 over here, +7 over there. That translates to a 14-point gap. That's a 14-point, it's -7 +7, 14-point gap. Like we said, this is catastrophic doomsday apocalypse news for the Democrats. And it gets even worse. I'll explain here in a minute why this actually is even worse for the Democrats than it sounds. We'll get there here in a moment.
Now, this isn't just about the House of Representatives, right? It's also about the Electoral College, because the number of electoral votes that each state gets is equal to the number of senators. Each state, of course, has 2, plus the number of House seats that they have. So what would this mean for the House of Representatives? Well, if you remember back in 2024, right, it was all about, we were talking about the blue wall. If Kamala Harris could win the baseline Democratic states and then add in the blue wall states of Michigan, the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania, and Wisconsin, she would get to 270 electoral votes. But if all of a sudden we in fact have applying the 2025 estimates, the population estimates, to the Electoral College, the blue states plus the blue wall of Michigan, Pennsylvania, and Wisconsin would no longer be enough. Under the current estimates, you get to exactly 270 electoral votes, the minimum needed to win the Electoral College. If in fact you apply the 2025 estimates, look at that. You only get to 263 electoral votes if you were a Democrat, which would mean a Republican victory. Now, of course, we're still a number of years away from the apportionment, right?
Well, maybe not right. This is where we talk about the news gets even worse for the Democrats here. As we all know, President Trump, he's been talking about conducting a brand new national census before 2030. Normally, we conduct one of these national censuses where we take a look, okay, how many people live in each state, count them up, and then we reallocate all the electoral college votes and congressional house seats based on how many people are living where, in what state. Trump wants to conduct one of these prior to the 2028 election. Normally, we would conduct a census on 2030 in 2030, and it would impact everything henceforth. But Trump wants to conduct one of these. In fact, his team is working on doing this right this very moment. It's not going to have an impact on midterms. It's going to come in, it's going to go into effect a little bit too late for midterms, which are 10 months from now. But rumor has it, this census will be complete, it will be done, it will be ready prior to the 2028 election. Now, what he says here, it's not only congressional House seats -7 +7 for the Republicans there, but it's also electoral college votes, which would be also similarly about 14 more electoral college votes for Republicans by default. Ladies and gentlemen, that's like one extra bonus swing state. That's like having one free swing state for the Republicans. things are about to get very, very bad for the Democrats, and they know that, and that is why they are fighting tooth and nail to stop the deportations. You guys know the 2020 census, it did something insane. The 2020 census, it counted illegal aliens in the state population rolls. What does that mean? The illegal aliens, we have 25, 30, 40, 50 million of them in the country. Most of them are living in blue states, in sanctuary states. One of the massive reasons,
It's always interesting, that's for sure.
Reasons amongst many why the Democrats love illegal aliens is because the more illegal aliens they have in their sanctuary states, the higher the state population is, the more political power they have by nature of having more votes in the Electoral College and more congressional House seats. This is a big numbers game, it's a big population game, and this is one of the many reasons why the far left is having a catastrophic meltdown over Trump's deportations. And like I said, their new talking point is that, well, nobody is illegal, they're all actually asylum seekers. Every illegal alien is actually an asylum seeker, which means we have to keep them here. We can't deport asylum seekers. This is the brand new talking point coming from the far left. Like I said, though, Stephen Miller, I said he dropped an absolute bomb, an absolute nuclear bomb on that entire line of reasoning. And this is it right here. You're looking at it. Stephen Miller went nuclear this morning. Ladies and gentlemen, we're going to read through this. Let's go through this because what Stephen Miller did here is a systematic deconstruction of this entire far left talking point, shutting it down point for point. Let's get through this. Stephen Miller writes, a little primer on asylum. 1. There are no asylum seekers on the southern border. None. Asylum is limited to individuals fleeing extremely narrow categories.
Asylum. Nice.
Of state persecution, e.g. high-ranking Soviet defectors during the Cold War that were fleeing the Soviet Union. None of the groups illegally crossing the border fit that criteria. Etc., anywhere in Latin America, live in nations where there is any state persecution of any protected class. It's not happening. It's all fake, all the way down. Number 2.
Yeah.
All non-Mexican illegals have transitioned.
I'll check it out.
Through additional countries on the way to America where there are no forms of state persecution, thereby further disproving any hypothetical claim to asylum.
Okay.
Number 3, as yet further proof that these asylum claims are fake, aliens, illegal aliens, turn down the opportunity to avoid this fabricated persecution by being safely resettled in another nation. The way asylum works is that you have to seek asylum in the first country you find yourself in after fleeing your own country.
I think it's on the 8th, actually. February 8th.
So, you know, a Mexican from Mexico could theoretically try to claim asylum in the U.S. if they were being persecuted in their own country of Mexico, but they're not. But you're not allowed to be from Venezuela, Honduras, Guatemala, wherever else in Latin America, and travel through 7 different countries, walking your way up, walking all the way through Mexico. You find yourself on the U.S.-Mexico border and then claim asylum in America. By definition of this asylee framework, you have to be an asylum seeker in the country that you first find yourself in. That is how it works. And that's not what's been happening here. Stephen Miller is very smart to highlight that. Number 4 on Stephen Miller's list. Illegal aliens receive free and functionally unlimited legal services. When facing deportation, they and their lawyers, as a matter of course, automatically file fake asylum applications. This is a multi-billion-dollar fraudulent industry. It is gross, unethical, and deeply immoral. Everyone involved in this system understands and knows that these claims are false. Adjudicating these knowingly false claims is a full-time job for thousands of people. There's an industrial fake asylum industry. A lot of people are making a lot of money on this. A lot of left-wing attorneys and everybody involved making a lot of money. A lot of nonprofits are making a lot of money. Number 5. Federal law requires illegal aliens to be detained pending a hearing for their fake asylum claim. These are not prisons. They are not being punished. No one is being sentenced. Civil detention and removal is not part of the Article 3 justice system. In fact, Congress stripped Article 3 of jurisdiction over civil immigration procedure. The goal of the U.S. government is to send aliens home immediately. In parentheses, they get cash and a free plane ticket. That's Trump's new CBP app. With the fewest days in custody as logistically possible. Any delay is caused by the fake asylum claim. So they're saying, listen, we just want to get these people home, but it's all these fake asylum claims that are bogging down the process. In fact, we're actually even paying these people to leave. I believe now we're giving them $2,800 and a free plane ticket to go home. Number 6, when the fake asylum claim is heard on the, quote, non-detained docket, the illegal alien rarely shows up for their hearings. Those few who do show up to their hearing stay in the country regardless after losing, unless placed into detention, criminal detention. Removal orders are ignored as a matter of course.
Nice.
And if when absconders are eventually found at great time and expense,
I like milkshakes, which is kind of like ice cream.
those that have ignored their court hearings, they still have to be detained and actually effectuate the removal. At this point in time, their lawyers will file a motion to reopen a brand new asylum claim or otherwise appeal the finding and seek release back into the U.S. again. Regardless, no removal of any illegal alien anywhere can occur unless in a detained setting. If the alien has children, they are by law supposed to stay in a family residential center that costs more per night than a high-end hotel and includes full medical, dental, scholastic, and other services provided by the U.S. taxpayer. Are you kind of figuring this out? This entire dynamic is a complete and total racket. It's a complete and total fraud. A lot of people are making a lot of money doing this, and we are the ones paying for it. That's us American taxpayers. Biden officials did not even bother with the pretext of performing intake interviews for the millions and millions and millions and millions of illegal aliens they released into the U.S. These illegal aliens were simply released into the country on site, no questions asked, with court dates years away, in the hope and expectation that by the time their fake asylum claims were adjudicated and rejected years later, Democrats would be able to scream that these illegal aliens have now lived here for X number of years, and they have children, and they must be allowed to stay in the country at our permanent expense. Does that sound about right? Yeah, that was their plan, their long-term plan. We all know it. They tried to do the same thing with the Dreamers. Little side note here, if you're a Dreamer, you gotta go. I know this was a hot topic maybe 10 or 15 or 20 years ago. What are we gonna do with the Dreamers? It's actually not that complex. Deport them. Deport all of them. Deport them. It's really not that complex at all. They're Dreamers. No, they're called getting deported, along with their illegal alien family members. That's what we're going to do with them. Thank you. It's actually not that complex of a dynamic. Now, goes on to say, Stephen Miller says, no one in that prior Joe Biden administration responsible for these decisions actually believed then or now that this has anything to do with asylum.
I like strawberry the best most often, but I also really like butterscotch if they got it.
Them, it is just useful propaganda in service of infinite mass migration. And so the reason why I wanted to read through this Stephen Miller post, which is an excellent, complete and total takedown of this entire insane left-wing logic, is this. The Democrats, they don't care about due process for illegal aliens. They don't care about TPS status. They don't care about asylees. No. What they care about is power. And they have realized that because all of us actual, authentic, legitimate American citizens, our families have been here for hundreds of years. We built this country. Our bloodlines built this country. That's us, the American people. Because the Democrats have lost our favor we don't want to vote for them because they're insane, the Democrats have realized, well, if we can't get actual Americans to vote for us, then we're just going to open up the border and replace the Americans, and we're going to use and abuse any single legal or illegal mechanism we possibly can to keep these people in the country, to get them in the country and then keep them in the country. We will lie, cheat, steal, manipulate, gaslight, whatever we have to do to keep these people in the country. And now, for the first time in a very long time, they are actually getting sent home in mass. And the Democrats are on the cusp of losing everything. One, because as we talked about with that CNN report,
We need good people in
Americans
the
are
government.
fleeing blue states and moving to red states. The blue states are becoming weaker by nature of us Americans moving out of them. That's one problem for the Democrats. The other problem is that if you're an illegal alien in this country, where are you living? Are you living in a red state? Or are you living in a blue state? Illegal aliens, predominantly speaking, are living in blue states because blue states are sanctuary states. We got sanctuary cities, meaning that these illegal aliens, it's easier to work, it's easier to get a house, it's easier to, you sign on to a rental agreement, it's easier to avoid deportation. So if you're an illegal alien, you're living in a blue state, in a sanctuary state. The sanctuary states know this. The reason why they're freaking out about these mass deportations is because with every single deportation in Minnesota, or California, or Oregon, or New York, or Washington State, or Vermont, or Maine, every time the illegal alien is plucked out of one of these states and sent back to Guatemala, or wherever the hell they came from, that state gets weaker. That state loses political influence, because if you start deporting enough of these people, guess what? That blue state's going to lose a congressional House seat. That state is going to lose a vote in the Electoral College. That state loses political power. And this is a huge component why... Thank God. That is what it's going to take if we really want to talk about making America great again and putting America first. We need to be a sovereign country. The American people need to be given control of the country of America. Does that make sense? The Democrats, their objective was to cut the Americans out of the picture. That's us. We're taking the country back. America first, it means Americans first. That is what it's all about. Now, ladies and gentlemen, that is one of the massive stories that we are going to talk about today. But also, we have another one here. How's everyone doing? Everyone, if you're tuning in, if you're enjoying the show today, make sure to hit that like button. Make sure to subscribe. Now we are about to get really to the big, massive news story of the day. You guys are gonna, this next one is gonna blow your mind. This is perhaps the biggest, most viral story in the country right now. Let's get to it. Ladies and gentlemen, today we have a pretty interesting series of developments as it pertains to the ongoing 2020 election fraud investigation. You see, earlier this morning, left-wing news outlet The Wall Street Journal ran a very curiously timed hit piece targeting none other than our Director of National Intelligence, Tulsi Gabbard. And I say curiously timed, by the way, of course, because this hit piece targeting Tulsi Gabbard comes out just 5 days after the FBI conducted a warranted raid on the Fulton County, Georgia election office, a warranted raid that DNI Tulsi Gabbard herself personally attended. And so right now we are going to make sense of this entire situation, but first I want to take a look at this hit piece. Take a look at this. This is from the Wall Street Journal earlier today. Exclusive, they say. A U.S. official has alleged wrongdoing by U.S. spy chief Tulsi Gabbard in a complaint that is so highly classified, it has sparked months of wrangling over how to share it with Congress, according to people familiar with the matter. First thing you'll notice here, they don't call her the Director of National Intelligence, the DNI, which is her official position. That is a legitimate position. She is the Director of National Intelligence. She was appointed, she was confirmed through the Senate. She's a legitimate person in a legitimate job. They don't call her DNI, they call her spy chief. the chief of Donald Trump's spies, in order to make her sound cloak and dagger, in order to make her sound clandestine. So the way that the Wall Street Journal frames this story is that spy chief Tulsi Gabbard has engaged in some sort of wrongdoing that is so serious, so classified, that not even Congress would know about it or could know about it. Wow, this must be serious. Something terrible must have happened. Now, of course, as many of you will remember, the far left has been attempting to undermine and discredit Tulsi Gabbard for almost a decade now. They've said that she was a national security threat. They've said that she was working with ISIS. I kid you not, they said that she was a Russian spy. You might remember Hillary Clinton hammering this home. Tulsi Gabbard, she's a Russian spy. She's working with ISIS. She's a national security threat. And then the Democrats, like a bunch of trained SEALs, parroted this rhetoric. Really, still to this day, they've been talking about this for a decade now, despite there being no proof and despite all these allegations being thoroughly discredited and debunked. But I'll tell you what, folks, there is a reason, there is a saying that I think applies to this entire dynamic here, and that saying is this: they smear who they fear. The far left, what do? The Democrats, what do? They smear who they fear, and they sure as hell have a lot of fear for Tulsi Gabbard, and so that is why they are currently running hit pieces against her again. Now, I would like to read something to you folks. Ladies and gentlemen, this is a statement released this morning in response to this hit piece from the Wall Street Journal. This is from a woman working in the government, the Trump administration. This is Tulsi Gabbard's personal press secretary, a woman named Olivia Coleman. She is Tulsi Gabbard's press secretary. It says so right there. She released a statement. She said, in response to this article, there's the article. This is not true, and this is one of the most disgusting cases of clickbait I have ever seen in my entire life. There was absolutely no wrongdoing conducted by DNI Tulsi Gabbard. In fact, this very Wall Street Journal article conveniently buried 13 paragraphs down in the article that Tulsi Gabbard did nothing wrong. The article says as much. Even the Biden-era intelligence community inspector general came to this very conclusion, determining that this whistleblower's allegations against Tulsi Gabbard, quote, did not appear credible. A Biden-era intelligence official determined these allegations against Tulsi Gabbard's national security. It's all bullcrap. And this article says as much, but they buried it at the very bottom, 13 paragraphs down, knowing that nobody actually even reads the articles. People just read the headline. Oh my gosh, Tulsi Gabbard, national security threat. She's a clandestine spy chief. Oh my gosh, this is terrible. When actually in the article itself, it says that all of this is fake news. This is just clickbait. Literally, it's just clickbait. We go on to say, this is a classic case of a politically motivated individual weaponizing their position in the intelligence community, submitting a baseless complaint, and then burying it in highly classified information to create 1, false intrigue, 2, a manufactured narrative, and 3, conditions which make it substantially more difficult to produce security guidance for transmittal to Congress. Even so, and contrary to the Wall Street Journal's false reporting, there was no delay in producing the security guidance from DNI Gabbard, and the whistleblower's complaint is with the Congressional Intelligence Committees for review. So all of this is known, everything is known, all of this has been debunked, all of this has been reviewed, but still, they are pushing this fake news clickbait narrative to try to undermine Tulsi Gabbard. I wonder why. Tulsi Gabbard has always and will continue to support whistleblowers and their right under the law to submit complaints to Congress, even if they are completely baseless like this one. This is a nothing burger story written like a salacious gossip column. True. The Wall Street Journal should be ashamed of themselves that they publish such trash. And so, this is the statement here from the press secretary for Tulsi Gabbard. Okay, well, I wanted to do my own research. I actually read through the article. I did something that perhaps nobody else does. I actually read the article earlier this morning. I wanted to fact check this, and she's right. Press Secretary for Tulsi Gabbard, Olivia Coleman, is right. This article says, and I quote, Tulsi Gabbard answered written questions about the allegations from the Inspector General's office. That prompted the acting Inspector General at the time, Tamara Johnson, a Biden-era intelligence official, to determine the allegations against Tulsi Gabbard specifically were not credible. The allegations against Tulsi Gabbard specifically were not credible. This is coming from a Biden-era intelligence official named Tamara Johnson. Still, once again, the Wall Street Journal decided to run this story in an attempt to undermine and discredit Tulsi Gabbard based on literally nothing. This is the pure definition of fake news, of the lying press, the lying media. So folks, it is true. This is a completely baseless hit piece. The hit piece itself actually quite literally says as much. It really is astounding, but still the left-wing propaganda media is taking this story and running with it, pretty much because of this Wall Street Journal article that is based on nothing. All of the other left-wing media outlets and all the talking heads are talking about national security threat Tulsi Gabbard, when it's just entirely fraudulent. But to all of us Americans with half a brain at least, we know exactly what is going on here. As I said earlier, this hit piece comes out just 5 days after the raid on Fulton County, Georgia election office. Which means it's only a matter of time before we are all presented with the definitive concrete proof that, in fact, yes, the 2020 election was stolen, and the far left knows it. The far left knows it's perhaps only a couple matter of hours or days or weeks. Soon, clock is ticking before we all know we have the proof that that election was stolen and that they stole it. So now what they're trying to do is an attempt to attack the messenger, to preemptively attack the messenger rather than the message. The message, of course, is that the 2020 election was stolen, and it was. And they know that they've been caught, and they know that they won't be able to refute that truth. So now what they're trying to do is attack the messenger, that is Tulsi Gabbard, the person that is delivering that message. And so really, this is all just one massive, final, desperate act of, I don't know, they're lashing out here. It's an act of desperation because they know that they are about to lose everything. Their election rigging apparatus is getting dismantled and exposed. And good, because that is what needs to happen, of course, if we want to move forward as a country with making America great again and putting America first. Now, ladies and gentlemen, at this point, we're about 53 minutes into the show. What I would love to do is take a look at some of the super chats here today. Everybody, do me a favor while I pull these up. Do me a favor, make sure to hit that like button. Make sure to subscribe if you're new to the show, new to the channel. It means a lot. It helps a lot. Make sure to hit the like button, subscribe on Rumble, down on YouTube. Everybody, thank you for tuning in. Monday morning, I told you we're hitting the week hard. We are hitting this week hard. We had a big day yesterday, and we're doing it again today. Now, I think I've just about got my super chats pulled up here. Oh, no, I do. Now, of course, before we go through our super chats and see what you lovely ladies and gentlemen have to say, we need to go Super Patriot MAGA mode. Of course, we're going to go Super Patriot MAGA mode.
Starting small doesn't mean you can't dream big, because with Rivermark, you can. Whether it's your first account or your big dream, we've got your back. Real people, real help, for real life. Rivermark. With us, you can.
I'll tell you, honest to God, I haven't heard anything about a draft. A draft for what? I highly doubt there will be a draft. I would say you probably don't need to worry about that. However, if you're a man, of course, you have to opt into selective service. But no, I don't think there's going to be a compulsory draft. I haven't heard anything about that. I'll look into that later today, though. Maybe we'll talk about that on the evening show. Berta says Trevor Noah also is born in South Africa. That's right. Deport him. You know what I want? Listen, let's get rid of Trevor Noah. I was going to say denaturalize. He's not a citizen. Let's just revoke his visa. Send Trevor Noah back to South Africa. And in his place, why don't we bring in a bunch of these white collar South African?
Oh yeah, I'm good. Yeah, I do need some water though. I don't like whipped cream on my shakes, but otherwise that sounds good.
Good farmers. They seem to be nice people. They're assimilating into the country. We brought a couple thousand of them into the country already. They seem like industrious, respectful, hardworking immigrants. I mean, we saw those Boer South African farmers. There's an anti-white genocide in South Africa right now.
Anyone tell
We brought
you
these guys over. They
you
stepped
eat
off
so
the
much
plane,
cherry
the plane waving America flags. They want to be here. They're thankful.
Yeah, all the time. Some people mistake me for him. They're like, it's like not mistake me for him, but they think I'm actually the guy.
They're happy to be here. Trevor Noah, what's his deal? He gets up here, he calls our president a child sex predator. That's how Trevor Noah shows his gratitude for being accepted into our country. He takes it upon himself to trash talk our president. F you. Get out of the country. You trash.
F you.
Get out of the country. Trash. Take him out. Deport him back. Bring in more Boers. That's fine with me. However you say it. Bertus, thank you. We have Sadie. Says, imagine we decided to just walk into these people's houses and on their property, and when they complain, say, no one is illegal and stolen land. Yeah, right, exactly. Thank you, Sadie. I have a feeling they'd have a change of tune. Stanley LaCory, thank you very much, sir, for tuning in. Thank you very much. That pisses me off. This guy is trash. If you're an immigrant and you come in this country and you have nothing but this disrespect and disdain for the country that has taken you in graciously, you hate the American people, you hate the American country, you hate the country that has given you everything, then get out. Then get out. If you're not at least willing to show some gratitude and respect for the nation that has brought you in, perhaps even saved your life, delivered you out of a life of poverty and destitution, get out. Go back home. Go back home. Because this is not your home. Patricia Luna says, absolutely love your facial expressions. I feel the same way. You're my go-to guy for the news. I do miss the mountain backdrop. Yeah, the mountain backdrop was nice. It was. Now I've made myself a little office here. Thank you, Patricia. I appreciate that very much. It was nice, the rolling hills. Thank you, the mountains there. Thank you. We have a super chat here from Craig Custer. He says, I would have paid big money to see Ice raid the Grammys last night. That would have been epic. I wonder how many illegal aliens were at the Grammys last night. That's a good question. How many illegal aliens? I mean, hey, it is Los Angeles. It is a sanctuary city inside of a sanctuary state. I'm sure there were at least a couple there. I'm sure they had some illegal aliens at the Grammys last night. I'm sure. They love their illegal aliens. We have a super chat here from Mark Mason. Thank you, sir. He says, I wonder what their parents think of their libtard kids at the Grammys. I'm sure a lot of their parents are libtards as well. I'm sure. I wouldn't be surprised. I'm sure they are. Wouldn't surprise me at all. Especially if they live in California or on the West Coast. Wouldn't surprise me at all. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. This is Yakking Yankee. Thank you very much, Mr. Yankee. I appreciate that. Thank you for tuning into the show. Thank you for being here. Good morning. Good morning. Mr. Kevin Stankiewicz, he says, let's replace the two criminal Democrat senators in Arizona, seditious Captain Kelly and Cartel Gallego, after us with MAGA Republican senators. Let's give it a go. You know, rumor has it that Captain Kelly might try to run a presidential ticket. Captain Kelly, Senator Kelly, he might try to become president. Have you heard that rumor? I don't know. We'll see. I'll tell you. Listen, the 2028 election, it's going to be very interesting, both on the left side of the aisle and the right side of the aisle. Who knows what's going to happen? You know, a lot of people, they kind of assume Trump is going to endorse J.D. Vance. J.D. Vance is going to be the guy de facto. Trump might do something crazy here. Hear me out. We all know that Trump, he's kind of a fighter. Trump respects the fight and the struggle. What Trump might do is actually not endorse anyone. Everybody's sitting here. Who's Trump going to endorse? Trump's got the golden touch. He's going to kind of anoint the next Republican candidate. What if Trump says, I'm not going to endorse anyone? J.D. Vance, Marco Rubio, or otherwise, nobody. I want these guys to fight it out. If you want to be if you want to pick up the MAGA movement or kind of carry forth the legacy here, you got to earn it.
When I was a kid, I used to go to church. I like feasts, though, man. Hope you have a good, delicious feast.
Here's what I want. I want an open Republican primary. I want whoever it is, they got to earn it. They got to go through the ringer just like I did multiple times. Trump might do that. That seems a little bit Trumpian, you know? But I don't know. I'm just kind of thinking out loud here. Who knows what he's going to do? Who knows? I'll tell you what, the was perhaps one of the most interesting, crazy elections of all time. It was Hillary Clinton. You had the Democrats duking it out, Democrat primary. On the Republican side, we had all these Republicans duking it out. Trump rose to the top. 2016 was crazy. Who knows? It might have a similar dynamic here this next election. Who knows? Time will tell. Time will tell. Piccolo says NFL is fake sports. WWE is where it's at. You think WWE is realer than NFL? You know, I'll tell you what. Sometimes I get in the mood to watch a football game. And listen, I'm not being disrespectful. I'm not, but I'll flip on the NFL. I'll flip on some football game. And within 20 or 30 minutes, I'm like bored out of my mind. And it's not because of the football, it's because it seems like over half of the broadcast is just advertisements. I'm losing my mind. I would bet a good 60 or 70% of the show is just ad breaks. It's advertisements. I'm like, okay, I'm in the mood to watch football, and I'm only getting 30% football and 70% advertisements. I'm losing my mind. I can't do it. I'm going crazy. It is tough. It's tough. Maybe I have ADHD. I can't handle it. Hey, thank you. Thank you very much. We have a super chat here from Mark Mason again. He says, get all of them out of here. All that hate for America. If you don't like America, get out. True. Thank you very much, Mr. Mason. Kevin again. Kevin Stankiewicz, he says, the only refugee I think we should give asylum to are Boer Afrikaners, white South African farmers facing the genocide. Yeah, that's right. Yeah. I think so. Thank you very much. Stephen W., thank you very much for that super chat. We have another one from Kevin. He says, if we had conservative majority Alberta as the 51st state and conservative majority Saskatchewan as 52nd state, 4 more Republican senators plus House. I think it is pretty much, I hate to say it, I hate to be a doomer and a gloomer here. I think it's pretty much structurally impossible to add another state at this point, because we would have to have, if I remember, thinking back to high school civics class, I think you need to have 66% of the states and the Senate both sign off on accepting a new state into the union. I think the barrier of entry is very high, and I think we're probably never going to do it. I think it's not going to happen. Although it's curious, I'd go back and double check. Now, what might end up happening here is not adding Alberta as an outright proper state, but adding it sort of as like an incorporated territory similar to Guam or similar to Puerto Rico. Okay, we might have a dynamic like that. We'll see. And so it's more of like an economic relationship, perhaps, than anything else. Could be. It seems like those Albertans they're about fed up though. They're about fed up. Seems like they want out. And we've been hearing reports here that the Albertan leadership, they've been having sort of secret meetings here with the Trump administration. Maybe they are working something out here.
Albertan.
We gotta see. Now we have a super chat here from Kiyoshi. It says, keep fighting the good fight, brother. Thank you, Kiyoshi. Thank you, Kiyoshi. Thank you very much.
It's a new year with new deals. Stop by today and take advantage of $3,500 in total bonus cash allowance on a new 2026 four-door Jeep Wrangler Sport during the Start Something New sales event. Don't wait. Stop by today.
Here, you want to share your portion of the UBI pie with illegals, please research. You really think we're going to end up having universal basic income?
Yeah.
Well, you know, it's funny because I'll tell you what. We have probably at this point a good 20 or 25% of people living in this country. Notice I don't say Americans, I say people living in this country, many of whom are here illegally, that effectively are on a form of UBI. You know, you want to talk about all these Somalian daycares, you want to talk about illegal aliens getting taxpayer-funded assistance in every single facet of their lives. Maybe a good 20 or 25% of people in the country already kind of are on UBI, and I wish they weren't. And I wish they weren't. We got to get these people out of here. It's like UBI, but the evil, twisted, immoral type. It's like the worst type possible, and we're paying for it. Hey, thank you very much. I want to make sure I'm not missing anything over here on Rumble, or I think we have another super chat here. This is from Christopher. He says, hey Matt, you missed my super chat yesterday. What could Trump do, if anything, to counteracting the kids now out protesting? Oh, the fact that we talked about that yesterday, that the Democrats are bringing their kids out to protest now. It's a very tough dynamic. I think if you really want to crack down on that, you have to identify the parents, and you have to probably get child protective services involved. You have to use facial recognition software, figure out who the parents are that has brought their toddler or infant or young child down to the riot outside the ICE facility. We saw that the other day. Determine who they are, and then get CPS involved and say, listen, you are going to lose custody of your child if you don't stop, or maybe just immediately remove custody of the child. It's terrible. It is sick that they're doing that. I think it would also go a long way to criminally prosecute these teachers that are doing this to the kids in the schools. Shut it down in the schools. Go after the parents. Shut that all down. I think that's if you want to solve it, you'd have to go that route. That's admittedly though a pretty tough problem to solve. I think so. We have a super chat here from. This is all the way down from South Africa. His name is the Blue New. He says, "Love your show, Matt. Greetings from South Africa. You're basically right on the money about us white Africans. Please don't send Trevor Noah back. We don't want him here either." Okay, I'm going to give you some unsolicited advice because I'm not on the ground. I'm not living over there. I've never been there, but I've seen all the videos. I've done some research here. Man, my brother, if I were you, I would take Trump up. I would get the hell out of that country. I think it's going to keep on getting worse. If you think it's sustainable, okay, I'm living my life here. It's like kind of bad, but it's not terrible. I think it's only going to get worse, brother. Out of human empathy and care for you, if you were a white Boer or South African, I would take up Trump on his offer. I would come over here to the U.S. That's my advice, and I think a lot of us would be happy to have you guys. Seems like you guys are nice, hardworking, respectful, industrious people. Seems like you assimilate. I would take Trump up on that offer. It might be a little bit turbulent. I know it's rough to move countries and stuff, but I would probably do that out of love for you and your family. I would do that. Thank you. Hey, thank you for that super chat. Thank you very much. Cajun down on Rumble Rant. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. Thank you very much. And we have one more super chat up on YouTube from Kevin again, one of my favorites. He says, all that is needed for Alberta's 51st statehood is a majority vote in the House of Representatives and Senate and the president's signature. A simple majority in the Senate? I'd have to look it up. I'd have to double check on that. That might be the case. I'll double check. I guess I'll default to you for the moment. Thank you, Kevin. Thank you very much. Who knows? Might be the case. I appreciate that, Kevin. Ladies and gentlemen, I want to say sincerely, thank you all very much for tuning in to the morning, early afternoon show. We're here every single day of the week. I'm going to have some videos for you folks on Rumble and YouTube after I go offline here. And of course, I'll be back later today, about 5 hours from now exactly. That's 5 p.m. Western, 8 p.m. Eastern, and we'll do it again. So everyone, thank you for tuning in this morning. If you have not already, do me a favor, like, subscribe, hit that follow button, it helps a lot. And I'll see you folks later on in the day. Until then, God bless, stay safe. Thank you for tuning in. I appreciate it, and I'll see you all very soon. Take care, folks.
Drive with that grilled chicken.
Please don't kill me. Fire breath, maybe? Take it nice and wide, Okay, run. Don't bite. If he bites me, I'm dead. Don't bite me.
Yep, I can go for some more food too. What else do I got? Got some breakfast sandwiches.
Wait, so this is after Jesus says, "This is my blood of the new covenant."
You may remember that I put out a stream saying that I had a bit of a chat with my friend Joe. Well, what had happened was the Joe Rogan Experience had reached out to actually Rogan himself to invite me on his podcast.
It's called Being White.
As now something I didn't know, they don't do the regular podcast thing where, and you'll see this a lot, bookers will go and just try to find high profile guests and get them on because they want to peel off individual segments of their audience, right?
Hell yeah. Get a new pair of pants today. That's what's up.
He doesn't do that. He actually just brings on people that he's interested in talking to. That's it. And he enjoys my content, enjoys my debates, enjoys the various things that I discuss. So, he reached out. It was about, what was that? About a week and a half before I actually went, or maybe it was 2 weeks right in there, and booked it out. So, anyway, I kind of knew I was going, right? But then a couple of big mouths were on my staff who I told I was going, couldn't keep their yap shut about it. So then rumors started circulating about it, even though I had told these people specifically to shut up. And some people, man, they just can't shut their mouths. Loose lips, loose lips and all that. So, as a matter of code.
But I would like to live in Kentucky in the 1960s. Wait, the 1960s? I don't think the KKK was around in the 1960s, bro. They're probably like disbanded by then.
Just pointed out that, no, of course I'm
Oh yeah, in Kentucky in the 1960s, KFC was probably booming. And it'd probably be a good time to have some KFC at that time.
likely not going to be doing something like that, because why would a guy like that ever want a guy like me on there? Not even a Jubilee All-Star. We made kind of a joke about it, right? Made kind of a joke about it.
What you up to today, Paul?
So anyway, after they invited us, and I called Steven Crowder. Like, hey man, told him what was going on, and he was just like, and congratulations. Like, Steve, all Steven, all this guy ever does, all Crowder ever does, man, is just build me up. That's it. Never torn me down once. Any type of feedback he gives me is it's always constructive. The guy just doesn't have a mean bone in his body. He just doesn't. So he's like, why don't you come down here? We'll get you on Louder with Crowder. You can pre-promote that. You can pre-promote it. And blah blah blah. I was like, that sounds good. That sounds good. So anyway, we have it all planned out, and then this massive winter storm hits. I think we're gonna have to cancel it. He's like, yeah, I think so. So anyway, it was scheduled at the time of this winter storm, this massive winter storm that came into Texas this last weekend. I was like, are we gonna have to drive out there in the middle of this storm? So me and the wife, we get in the car, we're heading out because we take a lot of these trips together. It's like, the kids are older, step kids are all moved out. And it's just my two kids who were left at home. And, like for us, it's like a date. You know what I mean? Like a date thing. And it's pretty nice, right? It just always reminds me why I married her, because she's cool. Now, the Texans, 2 inches of snow is a really big deal. To me, I found this laughable. I was literally laughing I walked outside and I'm like, yeah, it's a little cold, and there's 2 inches of snow on the ground, but who gives it? Totally meaningless to me, right? Totally meaningless to me. So I just kind of laughed, everyone's running out and buying their bread and milk and getting all ready to batten down the hatches because the big storm's going to be here any day, any minute. It's going to destroy us all. For me, I was just like, man, I've literally been snowed in with feet of snow outside. You can't get outside. You can't get outside your own door when the heat and the power goes out. And the only thing you can do in the Midwest when that happens is baby making to keep yourself warm. Only choice you have. So, having weathered many powerful storms in the Midwest, I just didn't think this was very much of nothing. But underestimated a few key critical components. It's not that you have to worry about the ice on the road. If you're a Midwesterner, you're used to driving on pure sheets of ice. And that's what these were. The roads were just made out of literal ice. It's that the morons who are driving on them don't know how to drive on it and are hell-bent on killing you. They are hell-bent on making sure that you only reach your final destination. That's it. And man, they are, okay, they are just dumb. People in Texas cannot drive or. Example, we're on the highway. Hey, we're on the highway. This fucking semi-truck pulls up on the left side of the lane, which is where they had been piling the snow with the plow truck. Now to a semi, this small amount of snow doesn't really mean much. But you could tell that this must be a local Texas driver because he decided that he was going to drive on the left side of the road and he was going to blow snow from his tire, which shot over his hood like a plow, onto every in the car on the right side of the road, crop dusting all of them and causing them all to spin off into the embankment. Now, luckily, having been on the other side of a plow truck 1,000 times in the Midwest when their dumbasses are doing 90 miles an hour on the side of the road, blasting snow onto your car, I know what it's like, and my wife knows exactly what it's like to drive completely blind for a limited period of time. So, again, not a huge deal for us, but for these people, holy, what a nightmare. I was like, look, this actually isn't safe. You should probably actually call and cancel. I was like, well, let's get a little further out of town, a little further down the highway and see if this clears up a little bit. Like, all right. 2 degrees can make a big difference. You get out of town a little bit, okay, luckily it cleared up. Damn, that was some luck. So it cleared up, pretty smooth drive the rest of the way. You keep going straight, said Ms. Chatter. Yes, very astute observation, dumbass. Yes, you keep going straight, but for other people, they panic. You have to understand they've never experienced that in their life. And the first time, it's pretty jarring when you're doing 55 on the highway, and suddenly you have zero visibility and your entire car is covered in snow. It can be a very jarring thing. Okay? Anyway. So we get down there. Now this hotel we were at, can't recommend it enough in Austin. It's called the Driscoll Hotel. And it was so nice. Man, we had, Eats, Uber Eats. They ran it up to the room. They opened the door every time you walked in and walked out. The rooms were reasonably priced. The breakfast was delicious. The staff was courteous to a T. Haven't seen that in years. You know, usually you walk into a hotel and they're just like, Bob, what do you want? Hey, Bob, hey, you, what do you want? Go f yourself, what do you want? That's how they fucking are, right? That's how they are. Not this place, man. Even the valets. You know what the valet did? We pulled up to the valet. Valet comes across, he opens up my door. And he says, what's your name, sir? I said, it's Andrew Wilson. He said, Mr. Wilson, is this your first time here? I said, yeah. He's like, oh, you're going to love it. It's great. And he said, looks like you've been on the road. It was like, you know, McDonald's on the floorboard. Yeah, we've been driving for a few hours. Mr. Wilson, let me take care of that for you. This guy cleans out the whole